Welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I sewed this wrap top. So please stay tuned to the end of this video so you can see how I was able to join this wrap top. In the last tutorial we cut the wrap top, and in today's video we're going to be sewing it, so please stay tuned. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be sewing this wrap top. This is for the front, as you can see, and this is for the back, right? So guys, before we get started, I'm going to place my pattern paper like this, and then right here where I have my dots, this line, I'm just going to extend it to my dress. I'm going to notch it just like this. Just give it a tiny notch there. I'm going to do the same thing for the front piece. I'm just giving it a tiny notch right here. I'm just going to notch this like this. So this is where my notches notch for the back and for the front. So when you're sewing, you know where to place your dots. So next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and sew. So I'm going to take this to my machine, my sewing machine. I'm going to place my dots on this notched area, notched points. Then I'm going to place this like this, place this one like this. Ensure that you're placing them right sides facing each other, okay? So I'm going to place my dots first. After putting my dots, I would then go ahead and place this, and I'm going to place my measurements. So I'm going to take it out, put my dots, and then I'll close the shoulders, and then I'll come back and show you guys what I have. So guys, I've gone ahead to place my dots, and if you remember, for the front, the dots is about 5 inches high, but then for the back is about 8 inches thereabout. Next thing I want to do right now is to place my measurements, and to place my measurements, I'm going to take my bust divided by 2. My bust is 35 divided by 2 gives me 17.5 inches. So 17.5 inches. I'm going to be having about 2 inches left right here. So guys, I trimmed out some excesses I have at the edge of the fabric. I had at the edge of the fabric, so my allowance has reduced 17.5 inches, and left I have 2 inches. So I'm going to be placing 1 inch here, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. And then down here my waist is 28 divided by 2 gives me 14 inches, and I have 17 here. I have about 3 inches left after taking out my dot, just as we drafted. So I'm going to be placing, taking 1.5 inch here, and I'll do the same for the other side. So guys, whatever you have, if you have 3 inches left, you're going to divide it by 2 and put 1.5 here, 1.5 here. Then when you have 1.5 on both sides, you'll be left with 14 inches. This is how to place measurement. Instead of dividing your body by 4, now you have to divide it by 2. Whatever you have left, you divide it by 2 also, and place it on both sides. So here when I took it, I had 2 inches left. I placed 1 inch here, and I'll do the same for the other side. When I took my measurement here, I have 3 inches left, so I will place 1.5 inch here, and I'll place the other 1.5 inch on the other side. I hope this is clear. So this is it. I'm just going to be connecting it like this. I'm going to take it to my machine, and I'm going to stitch on this line, and I'll do the same thing for the other side, and then I will come back and show you guys. So guys, this is it. I've gone ahead to add my measurements, 1.5 here, 1 inch here, and I'm gonna ahead to close the shoulder, and this is what it's looking like. If you can recall, we added 1 inch when we're cutting this, right? And now I do not want to hem this anymore. Rather, I want to be putting a band. Okay, I want to be putting a band. If that I was hemming it, I'll just go ahead and hem this all the way around. But I do not want to hem it anymore. I want to be using a band. So right now, I'm just going to be trimming out the 1 inch I added to this. So I'm going to place it like this. So just go ahead and arrange it carefully. I already trimmed out some excess before, so I'll be having about 1/2 inch there about. So this is it. I'm going to be trimming this out. Next thing we're going to be doing is to place this down like this. And you want to place your measurements. So guys, my half length is 15 and I'm having about 16 here. I'm going to be trimming it by 1/2 inch. I'm just going to trim it by 1/2 inch down here. So guys, this is what you also have. So you're going to secure all the edges. Secure it again. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut the peplum, and I folded it into 4 and then I cut it. So if you want to see a video on how I cut this peplum, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll show you how I cut it. So right now I'm just going to slash out the bottom part. You're going to slash out one part of the peplum. So I'm going to be slashing out the bottom parts just as you see me doing in the video. So guys, this is it. So when you're cutting your peplum, after you have gone ahead to join the upper parts of the bodice, just measure out the lower end, the half cut area, measure it, and then you're going to cut it. So guys, when I measured mine, I had about 40 inches, and then I folded my fabric into 4 and cut it. It has some kind of curve at this part in the front. The wrap has a curve, so I'm just going to curve this part like this to give it that shape. So this is it, guys. And then when we stitch it, we ought to be having something like this at the front. And also decide to deepen the curve if it's not enough for you. I feel like deepening the curve more. I just want to make it deeper. So you also have something like this. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and join this to my wrap. I'm going to go ahead and join it. Join these right sides facing each other. I'm going to go ahead and join your right sides facing each other, then I'll come back and show you guys what I have. So guys, this is it, and I've gone ahead to join it. I also went ahead to trim the curve, right? So the curve was not curvy enough. The curve was not deep enough for me. So I went ahead to curve it more in order for it to be deep enough. So I went ahead to curve it more, and this is what I have, guys. This is what I have. And this is that curve design at the flea part. This is what your wrap top should look like. So right now I'm going to go ahead and add my rope. I'm going to be using a rope for this to hold it down, and I'm going to be putting my sleeves. So initially I said I was going to add the band at this part, but due to this curve that I have here, I may not be able to do that. If not, it's going to give me issues when I'm adding the band. So what I'm going to do is to weave this. I'm going to either weave it or hem it. Now, next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the rope for this, and I'm going to add the rope and add my sleeves, and I'll come back and show you guys what I have. So guys, this is what it looks like after I was done, and it looks so good. I've gone ahead to attach the sleeves. I attach the sleeves, and the sleeves has a pleat here and an elastic, and this is the wrap, the curved area that we curved out. And I went ahead to hem this with a bias. I used the bias to hem it in order to have this neat finishing, and this is what it looks like, guys. I went ahead to add the rope, the band at both sides, right? So when you're tying, you tie it like this, and then inside there is also a rope here. You tie it, attach one to this side and the other one to the edge. You tie it inside, and then you bring this one like this, and then you tie this part. And then after tying it, this is what I have. So this is what the wrap top looks like, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this tutorial, and I really hope you try this out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.